Have you ever noticed your cat lying right next to an old cardboard box, loving a small patch of sunlight on the floor, or seeming instantly calmer just because you're sitting quietly nearby? What's strange is that so many cat owners still think making a cat happy means buying expensive toys, giving them lots of cuddles, or constantly doing something big and impressive. But the truth is, most people misunderstand what cats actually love. Cats do not need a lot of complicated things. They need things that are deeply instinctive, subtle, small, but powerful enough to speak to their sense of safety, control, and connection. And in this video, we are going to go through 20 things cats absolutely love, but most people rarely get right. And the longer you watch, the more you may realize these cats are not that hard to understand. We just keep overlooking the things they love most. 1. Cats deeply love having their space respected before being given affection. A lot of people think loving a cat means walking over, picking them up, petting them right away, and calling for them immediately. But what many cats truly love is this having the freedom to decide when they want to come closer to you. For cats, the feeling of safety always comes before the feeling of closeness. The less a person tries to force interaction, the easier it is for a cat to open up. That is why some cats become extremely attached to their owners, not because the owner is especially good at sweet-talking them, but because the owner knows how to stay still at the right moment. Sometimes the kind of love cats appreciate most is the kind that does not rush to touch them. 2. Cats truly love routines that humans often see as boring. The same mealtime, the same way you open the curtains in the morning, the same familiar sitting spot, the same familiar voice calling them. Humans tend to crave novelty, but cats deeply love what feels predictable, because in their instinct-driven world, what repeats itself feels safe. A stable daily rhythm helps cats stay less guarded, less stressed, and more certain that they are in a place where they belong. Many owners try to make their cats happy by constantly changing things. Changing the litter, changing where furniture goes, changing feeding times, changing how they play. But sometimes, what a cat needs most is a life with fewer surprises. If you agree with this point, comment 1. Because many cats do not need more stimulation. They need stability more than excitement. 3. Cats love small, quiet, sheltered hiding places. People often buy beautiful, adorable cat beds, but the cat ends up crawling under a chair, into a cardboard box, or into the corner of a closet. A lot of people think that means cats are hard to please, but really it is survival instinct. Cats love places that let them observe the world without fully exposing themselves. A slightly enclosed space helps them lower their guard. It gives their nervous system a chance to rest. What cats love is not always what looks beautiful to humans. It is what gives them the feeling of this. Here, I do not have to stay on defense. 4. Cats deeply love being allowed to smell the world at their own pace. A lot of people see a cat sniffing objects, hands, bags, or clothes, and assume it is just a small habit. It is not. That is how cats read the world. Cats do not rely on sight as much as people think. They use scent to figure out what is safe, what is familiar, what has changed, and even what carries emotional meaning. That is why one thing cats really love is being allowed to sniff before they interact. To sniff your hand, to sniff a new object, to sniff freshly washed blankets, to sniff the scent you brought home from outside. But humans often skip this step. We touch too quickly. We introduce new things too fast. We make changes too suddenly. When for a cat, sniffing is not a minor detail. It is how they decide whether everything is okay. 5. Cats really love slow blinks, but very few people ever do them first. A lot of cat owners wait for their cat to show affection, but what many people do not realize is that they can also speak in a cat's language. A soft gaze, a slow blink, no staring, no getting too close too fast. For many cats, that is an incredibly comforting signal. It says, I am not a threat to you. I feel calm around you. Cats often feel especially drawn to people with gentle energy. No pressure, no forcing, no loud intensity. And sometimes one slow blink can mean more than calling their name 10 times. 6. Cats love being near you without being forced to interact. This is something many people still do not fully understand. A lot of cats do not need to be picked up. They do not need constant petting. They do not need to play all the time. What they truly love is simply being in the same space with you. You work and they lie down nearby. You read and they curl up by your feet. You cook and they sit by the kitchen door just watching. That is not indifference. It is a very cat-like form of attachment, close but still free. A lot of people accidentally ruin these moments because every time they see the cat, they feel the need to touch, call, or pick them up, when sometimes the greatest gift you can give a cat is letting them simply be beside you. 7. Cats absolutely love comfortable temperatures and gently warm spots. A patch of sunlight on the floor, a blanket that carries a familiar scent, a warm chair right after you stand up. Cats are naturally drawn to places that hold a steady warmth. Not too hot, not cold, not damp. People often assume cats only care about softness, but cats are actually extremely sensitive to temperature. That is why some places may not look special at all, yet your cat keeps going back to lie there again and again. It is not random. Their body is choosing the place where it can relax the most. 8. Cats love to play in a way that feels like hunting, not just random entertainment. A lot of people wave a toy around for a few seconds, and when the cat does not seem interested, they assume the cat is lazy. But the problem is often not the cat. It is the way the play is happening. Cats love the feeling of stalking, chasing, calculating, pouncing, and finally catching the prey. If a toy moves in a lifeless way, feels too simple, or becomes too repetitive, a cat will lose interest quickly. What cats enjoy is not just movement, it is the chance to connect with their hunting instinct. When play is done the right way, cats do not just have more fun, they often become more emotionally balanced, less irritable, and less stressed. 9. Cats love rubbing against things that carry your scent. The shirt you just wore, the pillow you always use, the chair you sit in most often, a blanket with a familiar smell. A lot of people just think it looks cute, but behind that there is something deeper emotionally. Cats love things that help them feel a familiar presence. In a cat's world, your scent is not just a scent, it is a signal of safety, stability, and connection. That is why many cats would rather lie on their owner's things than choose a spot that looks nicer to us. It is not about messiness, it is about feeling like they belong there. 10. Cats absolutely love being able to watch the world from above. A windowsill, a sturdy shelf, a cat tree with high levels. Any spot high enough to let them see the movement around the home. Cats love the feeling of controlling space through visibility. When they are up high, they are less likely to be caught off guard, less vulnerable, and often much more secure. Many owners focus only on making cozy spots at floor level, but what cats often truly love is the ability to view the world from a position of control. If you agree with this point, comment too, because for many cats, adding just one good elevated spot can make them noticeably calmer. 11. Cats often love quiet far more than over-the-top excitement. Some people show love to cats with very intense energy. They call loudly, laugh loudly, chase after them, hug them suddenly, raise their voice just because the cat looks adorable. But many cats deeply prefer a calmer kind of presence. Less sudden, less invasive, less intense. It is not that cats dislike you, they just get overwhelmed when they have to process too much stimulation at once. For cats, peace is not boring. It is the condition that allows trust to grow. 12. Cats love being touched in the right places, but very few people actually learn this. Not every cat likes being stroked all over. Many cats prefer their cheeks under the chin, the forehead, or the area near the ears, and quite a few dislike having their belly touched, being petted too long near the lower back, or having their tail handled. People often pet cats based on what feels natural to them, but cats prefer to be touched in ways their body actually welcomes. What cats love is not simply being petted, it is being petted the right way, and that is the big difference between a touch that helps a cat fully relax and a touch that quietly tests their patience. 13. Cats like having the freedom to leave without being held back. This is one of the deepest truths about cat psychology. Cats often trust people who let them end an interaction on their own terms. If they want to jump down, they can jump down. If they want to walk away, they can walk away. If they want to come back later, that is okay too. The more they are restrained, the more guarded they become. The more they are respected, the more likely they are to return by their own choice. A cat's affection grows strongest, not through control, but through the feeling of having autonomy. 14. Cats deeply love being able to predict what is about to happen. You touch them suddenly, pick them up without warning, turn on the vacuum out of nowhere, bring loud guests into the house too abruptly. Humans usually handle sudden shifts much better than cats do. Cats need signals before things happen. A soft voice, a slow movement, a gentle transition. Those small things help a cat prepare emotionally. Many cats are especially drawn to people who move in ways that feel predictable. because around those people they do not have to switch into defense mode so often. Shawu. Cats like being recognized as creatures with difficult emotions too. A cat may feel irritable. A cat may avoid you. A cat may not want to play. A cat may hide away. And a lot of people immediately label that as attitude, bad behavior, ingratitude, or being difficult. But what cats truly need is to be understood like this. They have tired days too. They can get overwhelmed. They can have moments when they do not want to be touched. What cats love is not only good food or a soft place to sleep. They also love having a person who does not expect them to be cute all the time. And honestly, that is often when trust between a cat and a human grows even deeper. 16. Cats really love soft, steady, low-pressure conversations. It may sound surprising, but many cats genuinely like a familiar voice. It does not need to be overly excited. It does not need dramatic energy. They like a steady tone, the way you speak when you are relaxed. Words that do not carry tension. For cats, a familiar sound can become a kind of emotional background, a quiet signal that everything is still okay. Some cats do not need you to do very much at all. They just need you to sit nearby and talk softly, and that alone can make them feel much more at ease. 17. Cats deeply love having moments that feel like they truly belong to just the two of you. Not when you are petting them while scrolling on your phone. Not when you are calling for them while still staring at a screen. But a few moments of real presence. Playing with them. Watching them. Responding when they come to you on their own. Noticing their expression, ears, tail, and breathing. Cats are incredibly sensitive to the quality of attention. They can tell when you are truly present, and they can also tell when you are only interacting out of habit. A lot of people give their cats many things, but what they rarely give them is the feeling of this right now, I truly have your attention. 18. Cats often prefer a familiar smelling environment more than one that feels overly sanitized. This is something many people get wrong because they love their cat so much. They constantly wash everything the cat sleeps on, use strong deodorizers, replace familiar things too quickly, bring in products with heavy scents. Humans tend to love the feeling of everything smelling fresh, but cats love the feeling of what smells familiar. An environment that is too clean in the sense that it erases every scent marker can make a cat far more unsettled than people realize, because familiar scent is part of a cat's internal map of safety. Of course, cleanliness still matters, but clean does not have to mean wiping away every trace of what feels known and comforting. 19. Cats deeply love when you understand their smallest signals. A slight tail flick, one ear turning sideways, a slower look, a body that suddenly grows a little stiff, a quick lip lick, a tiny step backward. Cats often communicate long before they react strongly. People just do not always notice. What cats love most is not having a perfect human. It is having a human who is willing to listen while they are still speaking quietly. A cat that is understood early is far less likely to need scratching, biting, walking away, or hiding in order to protect itself. 20. And finally, what cats may love most of all is being understood for who they truly are. This may be the biggest truth of all. Cats are not just cold versions of dogs. And they are not emotionless creatures, no matter how many people still think that. They form bonds. They remember routines. They look for safety in what feels familiar. They want connection. They just do all of it in their own very specific way. Sometimes what a cat loves most is not any object in the house. It is a human who is perceptive enough to understand this. A cat's affection is often quieter, but never smaller. If you agree with this point, comment 3. Because once you start understanding cats and the language of cats, you begin to realize this. They may have been loving you for a very long time, just in ways you were never taught how to notice. Looking across all 20 of these, there is one beautiful truth that stands out. Cats do not need huge displays of love. They need what feels right, more subtle, more instinctive, more peaceful, and more genuine. A safe place to hide, a daily rhythm they can predict, a slow blink, space without pressure, a person who knows when to come closer and when to step back. So many of the things cats deeply love are not expensive at all. But they do ask for something harder: observation, patience, and the ability to love a creature that lives so deeply through its sense of safety. So the next time you want to make your cat happy, do not immediately think about buying something new. Ask yourself instead, have I really understood what makes my cat feel at ease? Because sometimes the greatest gift you can give a cat is not something you add to its life. It is the pressure you stop putting on it. And that may be the moment your relationship with your cat begins to grow much deeper.